Gary here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about why you're not getting any leads in your business currently. Now, I run a Facebook group for mortgage advisors, and the one complaint and the one request that I see consistently is I'm not getting enough leads and I need leads. And having thought about this and been through my own trials and tribulations since I've been in business for 12 years, I think it comes back to two things. And the first one is the fact that you haven't got a brand. You haven't niched down your business and you haven't built a brand of what you stand for and what you stand against. And because you haven't built a brand, that means that you're not able to market your business. And in not being able to market your business, you're not going to get the leads that you want, the inquiries that you want. You're not going to have customers coming to you on a day in, day out basis who are your ideal individual. And when I think about a lead that I want for my business or who I want to be speaking to, it's very much about, who is the one person that I would speak to 5 times a day, 5 days a week for 52 weeks of the year. Who is that individual? Who is that ideal client, that ideal person that I love to work with and that I get the best result and outcome for? So I truly believe that branding plus marketing equals leads. And I've broken it down into 7 things and 7 steps that you can look at in your business, in your marketing strategy to help you generate more inquiries and more leads and get more of your ideal clients showing up. So number 1 is, who are you? Before we start with anything at all and before we start trying to worry about attracting the right type of individual in your business, you need to give thought to who are you? What do you stand for? What do you stand against? What change are you trying to create in the industry that you're in or in the world that you see? How are you going to best serve your individual people? What's your main focus as a person? For within my mortgage business and within my personal brand as well, there are 2 types of brand. You have a personal brand, i.e. Richard Branson, and you have a business brand, Virgin. You need to focus on the 2, and initially the 2 go hand in hand. So you need to think about, what is your vision for your business? And that could be the same as your personal and your business brand. You need to think about what the mission is helping you to achieve that vision. And as I was going to say, what we've focused on heavily within Active Mortgage, or what I've been thinking about heavily within Active Mortgage, is, our vision is to protect the entrepreneur and to protect the future of the entrepreneur's family. That is massively what our vision is. And how are we going to do that? It's by helping them plan for today and prepare for tomorrow. So in helping them plan for today, prepare for tomorrow, they're ultimately going to be able to protect the future of their family. And everything comes back to the family for me. It's why I'm in business. It's why I want to be fit. It's why I want to be healthy. It's why I want to win sports day every single year at school as well. I'm a competitive individual. So when I break down who am I, it's 3 key things for me. It's my family, they're my why. It's my business because that feeds my family, and it's my fitness because that is me, it's my health. And that's the 3 things that I want to talk about and I want my personal brand to be about. But equally, the whole reason why I chose the name Active is because it's what I embody, it's what I believe, it's what I want to, when I look at the definition of active on the internet or on a dictionary, it literally is everything that I stand for, and everything that it's not is everything that I stand against. So if you can have that as part of your message and a part of your branding, how much more clarity are you going to receive, and how much more clarity are you going to have when you're talking to your customers about what it is you want to do? When you think about the values that you have, how does that help your mission and your vision? Our values are massively, you've got to be active. And I don't harp on about that, and I don't live it and breathe it enough, or I haven't in the past, but that's going to change, or that is changing. But being active, being positive is a massive one for me. Being prepared, particularly with your mortgage as a self-employed individual, you need to get your ducks in a row. You need to think ahead. And we want to be personal with our customers. And that factors into, our vision and our mission. Very much, how do we plan for today, prepare for tomorrow, and protect the future of our family? So number one, you really need to think about you and what it is that you want to achieve and what you want to do and what your goals are and what your vision, mission and values are. So I suggest you sit down and you really, really give this some thought. So number two is about who is your ideal client. As I said right at the very beginning, who is the ideal individual? Give them a name, look at their age, look at what job they do, look at what magazines they read, look at how they spend their time, what car do they drive, go right the way through every single thing to identify that individual. Because if you try and talk to a market that's this wide, you're going to attract nobody. But when you brand down to that one individual that you really, really talk to and you focus on your message to that one individual, all of a sudden you get clarity and you start to attract the right type of people and you become known in that particular area. And I've been called the self-employed mortgage expert. My book is the Self-Employed Mortgage Guide. We focus on helping self-employed people to buy and invest in property. Everything that I generally talk about is focused on that one specific individual. But I can go a step further to say that they have a family, that what cars they generally drive, what jobs they do, how much net profit they make, what size mortgages they're getting, what the value of the houses that they're buying. The more detailed and specific you get with this stuff, it's going to massively help you. And don't worry if it's overwhelming, because I've been developing this over the last 3 years, and it's only now that I feel that I've got real clarity and understanding in all of these 7 things that I'm talking about today. So it just is going to constantly evolve as you get more clear and as you start to share what it is you want to achieve and what it is you want to do. Number 3 is, what is your promise? And this comes back to a podcast that I listened to with BJ Cunningham. If you want to look at branding, he is an industry expert when it comes to branding. But he says, what's the promise that your brand is going to make? What is the one thing that you're guaranteeing to your clients that you're going to do for them? When somebody comes to you, what is the promise that you're making? And you need to link that promise to the outcome that they want to achieve. Too many people focus on the A to Z, where actually people are only interested in what's in it for them. What is the outcome that they're going to get? What is the promise that you're making that solves the problem that they have? And when you start to really focus on that promise and you start to share that promise, for example, we make it easy for business owners and entrepreneurs to buy and invest in property. It's clear, it's concise, it does what it says on the tin, and that's our goal in anybody that we work with. That's our promise to you. We want to arrange your mortgage and your finance without you becoming distracted from your job, your business, or your life. That is our goal. That is what we're promising to help our customers to achieve. And it's all focused around planning, preparation, and protecting. So the clearer you can get on what your brand promise is, again, the easier it's going to make to market and to attract the right type of leads to your business. Number 4 is, do what you love and love what you do and have passion for that. I can't just talk about mortgages day in, day out. I've been learning about marketing, branding, lead generation, building a business over the last 3 years. And that's actually become a real passion of mine. But it's family, it's business, it's fitness. It's actually working with business owners and entrepreneurs. The mortgage is just something that we do, in essence. The outcome is helping them buy their dream home or helping them invest in their property portfolio, or create a property portfolio. But it's very much, I love what I do. I love giving content. I love sharing knowledge. I love educating. I love inspiring. I love entertaining people. And if you can get that across in everything that you want to do and focus on the outcome, then you're going to come across as more passionate in your day-to-day business, and you're going to love business and giving away your free best content day in, day out to help your ideal client and your ideal avatar. Number 4 is, get to know yourself better. Become more self-aware of who you are. And that links into number 1, what you stand for, what you stand against, what you want to do and achieve. What are your next 12-month goals? Because the more you understand yourself and what your beliefs are, the better you're going to be able to best serve your customer. And the first course, and I did none of this, bearing in mind, for 3 years, for 10 years. I only started on personal development and really getting a lot of business knowledge in 2016. And the first course that I ever did was NLP practitioner with NLP Dynamics, Steve Payne, and it literally changed my life because it helped me to overcome all the limiting beliefs that I built up. It helped me overcome the preconceptions that I created in my own world. It challenged me. It made me aware of the language that I use, the communication that I have, the body language that I have, how I hold myself on a day-to-day basis. And it really is the foundation for everything else that I've invested in over the last 3 years. And the more self-aware that you become, the more you're able to help others. And that's ultimately, I believe, why we should all be in business, to help other people. So the more you understand yourself, the more you're going to be able to help your ideal client and the people that you're around, including your team and the people that you work with on a day-to-day basis. Number five. Actually, I think I've gone out of order. Number 6, whichever way it is, don't overcomplicate. I was just about to do it. Don't get overcomplicate. Don't get stuck in the detail. Don't get in your own way. You can often procrastinate about putting good content out there and helping your ideal people. I could have sat in my office today and thought, oh my God, I've got to go out there. I've got to put a Facebook Live on. I've got to go and share some content. What are people going to think? What are people going to say? The fact of the matter is, as long as you're doing it from a place of not confidence, a place where you actually care and you do it because you want to help other people, it doesn't matter. You've just got to get it out there. And the more you do it, the more you overcome that fear, the more that you're going to start to benefit from it, the more you're going to see your ideal client coming through the door, the more people are going to see you as an authority in the space that you want to be in, and the more people are going to reach out to you for help. And ultimately, if you want to help your clients overcome the hurdles and the challenges that you've been through, that is how you do it. My business rebranded to solely focus on mortgages because of the personal experience that I went through when I wanted to move my family into our dream home 3 years ago in 2015, sorry. So I rebranded in 2016. So it's just about sharing that knowledge, sharing that inspiration, and helping business owners and entrepreneurs to do and achieve the same thing. And that is what you need to focus on. Don't complicate it. Just share yourself and as much knowledge as you possibly can. And the final one, number 7, I'm just checking I haven't missed any. Yes. Number 7 is going to be about consistency. It's day in, day out. You need to be omnipresent all the time. And you don't need to sit there. If you're not doing anything in relation to content marketing at the present time, if you're not sharing your value, if you're not clear on any of this stuff, then just make a minimum commitment. 1 social media platform, 1 message a day, and build from there. Don't overcomplicate it, as I said in the previous one, but get consistent. 90% of people on social media are lurkers. They're there, they're watching, they're not commenting, they're not liking, they're not sharing, but they are watching. The amount of messages that I get that are, I've been watching you for a while on social media, Gary, and I've actually got a property portfolio and I need your help. And I've never had any interaction with these people before. I've never had any comments, any likes, any messages. And literally they just come out and say, I want you to help me straight away, and here's my £1.5 million portfolio that I need assistance with. Just be consistent in your messaging and the information that you're putting out, and your ideal clients will start to come to you. And it's going to take time. It's not going to be a quick win. It's not going to be an easy fix. This stuff is going to evolve as you start to put the information out there, and you've got to realize that. But you need to start. And you can make errors along the way, but it's better to be trying and failing than not trying and not taking action. You need to focus on getting it done and getting it out there, because more and more people are going online, and it's you that they're buying. People are buying you. They're not buying your business brand. They're buying into you and the problem that you solve and how you can help them and how you can best achieve the outcome. So to recap, My belief is branding plus marketing equals lead generation. You need to focus on your branding. And I might do a separate video on this in relation to marketing. But first of all, number one, who are you? What are you focusing on? What do you stand for? What do you stand against? What's your vision, your mission, your values? You know, what is it you stand for, and how are you sharing that with your target audience? And number two is your target audience. Who is your ideal person that you want to work with? What's their name? What's their job? What do they do? Number three, what's your brand promise? What do you as an individual promise to do for your ideal client? One of the things I've done personally this year is I want to enable talent and give people the tools to be awesome, which is why I'm not just sharing content around mortgages anymore. I want to share what I've learned, and I've invested a hell of a lot of money in the last 3 years learning this stuff, which is really elevating our company brand and is going to continue to do in the future. And I want you to have the same outcome. So number four is going to be do what you love, follow your passion, and focus on the outcome. And it doesn't have to be just business. People buy you. Number five, get to know yourself better. Become more self-aware. Do an NLP practitioner course. Invest in audiobooks, podcasts. Understand yourself and overcome your limiting beliefs and your challenges. And that's going to come across in the content that you want to put out into the social media world or into anything at all for your marketing. Number six is don't overcomplicate, don't overthink. And that's easier said than done at times, but that's where accountability and working with the right individual can help you to achieve that. And make sure that you focus on not getting in your own way and just taking action. A 1% improvement every single day is 365% a year. You've got to focus on taking that action. And the final one, number seven, is all about consistency. 90% of people are going to lurk. They're going to be hiding in the bushes, watching your content, keeping an eye on you and making sure that you're consistent. If you're dibbing in and dibbing out, you're not building trust. They're not knowing you. They're not liking you. And it's all about building that online trust that they would then want to buy from you, invest in your product, use your service, whatever it might well be. So that's my 7 steps to building a positive personal or business brand. You do need to build both. You need to focus on your personal and your business. Let me know what you think on this video, and I'll hopefully see you soon on my next one, which I think will focus on marketing and how you can utilize that brand to then generate those leads. Thanks very much. Have a good day.